Erik Chinander, Boise State defensive coordinator. Camp on Wednesday. What are just your thoughts on getting out there and getting it going?
No, I'm excited to get back out there with those guys. I'm excited about the team for the season. Coach Danielson's done a great job, and Coach Hilgart through the offseason, through the summer program. So I'm excited to watch that translate into actual football on the field.
What's I know you're gonna be head's gonna be on a swivel. You got a position, a lot of going on, position to coach. But just what are the biggest position battles or areas of focus that you are going to be focused on early on?
Yeah, I think we got some good battles at every position. There's multiple safeties / nickel dimes that can all play. That's going to be a good position battle. Multiple corners, multiple interior D linemen, multiple linebacker. I think there's a position battle at every position on the field. It might not necessarily be every single person on the team, but there's definitely a position battle at every position. So it's going to be exciting to watch, and I really hope some of that competition creates some new guys that we didn't expect to be the starter this year or a contributor.
How important do you need someone other than Ahmed Hassanin to step up in terms of a pass rush?
I think it's huge. I mean, even to create a situation where they can't always slide to protection or double Ahmed, but we have really good rushers. I think that we have some good interior rushers with Braxton Feely and Herbert Gums and Sheldon Newton, and then Jaden Virgin came on along at the end last year, and some new guys at that edge position, along with adding in some rush from the second or third levels. Andrew Simpson's a really good pass rusher when he gets the opportunity to do that, and then some of these young guys I think can contribute from the edge.
You went out and got a couple transfers at DB with Banks, and we saw what Irby did in the spring. I mean, but McCoy had a heck of a year. You got a guy like Mark Reed that's done some things when he's been healthy. I mean, how do you look at the battle there at corner and the depth you have?
Yeah, I think it's you can't go through the season with two corners, number one. You need three or four, especially in this league, in the non-conference we play. But that's one of the position battles we're talking about. Where do those pieces fit? And if three of those guys are three of the best 11, then we got to figure out a way to get those three on the field. It can't just be pigeonholed as a corner. So someone in that group may have to play a different position within the secondary, or we may have to create a new package for that person to get on the field.
What was it, a guy like Banks that made you want to bring him? He was available late, obviously, and for him to come in where maybe there were two guys that looked like they were going to be starters, for him to want to come in and not be promised anything, but see that he needs to work for his spot.
Yeah, well, first off, he did it the right way. He made the decision he wanted to transfer. He knew what the stakes were coming in, but he does have multiple years left, so that's a very positive thing for us and for him. Second thing, we knew a lot about him. He's really close with Sheldon Newton, same high school. We know their high school coach very, very well. We have a great relationship with him, so we knew kind of what we were getting before bringing someone like that, high priority, high value target into the system. But he's going to help us a ton, and whether he's the starter or he's a contributor or wherever he fits, he's going to help a ton.
Okay, so you got the corners, but then the safeties, are a lot of guys in nickel, a lot of guys that are returning, a lot of guys that played a lot of football. I mean, how do you, again, you got 4, 5, 6 guys that probably think they should be playing. How does that shake out at safety / nickel?
Yeah, once again, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have to rotate, especially last year at the end of the year we played a lot more dime. Ty Benefield was proven to be one of the better players on the defense that needed to be on the field, so we went to a lot more dime. Do we have to create another package? Are we able to rotate some of those guys through to keep guys fresh? That's what we got to figure out as we go through fall camp. As
the guy that's been the D coordinator, called the plays, I mean, you could be back in that role this year. Just personally, what's the excitement level for you?
Very exciting. It's much different than just being a position coach, and I don't say just being, but having only that responsibility last year. Now you're really dealing with 55 or 60 players instead of just the 8 or 10 in an intimate setting. So that's the exciting thing for me, is to get into work with all the different position groups, all the different position coaches. I just think that's an exciting part, having a better relationship with everybody on the defense.
How good can this defense be?
I think the sky's the limit. It's going to come down to us putting them in the best positions possible, giving them the chance to be successful, and then what they're willing to do from now until we play that first game to get themselves ready for that opportunity.
I guess final thing, the hype around this team is at an all-time high here in town. I mean, there's a lot on the line. Obviously now you have a chance with the playoff and just everything going on around your team. What's the excitement level, the motivation level, and just how eager is this team as a whole to get out there and try to prove it on the field?
Yeah, I think the excitement level's high within these walls, and they understand that they have a great opportunity, but it's only an opportunity right now. We have a lot of guys returning. We have a lot of guys win preseason awards and those kind of things, but that doesn't matter. Now it's time to play football. And I think this is a mature enough team to understand that whatever happened last year, whatever happened preseason, doesn't matter. We have to go do it August.
Erik, appreciate your time.
Thank you.